In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome back to another visit from the FBI, your weekly source for pro wrestling fantasy booking. I am your host, Detective Mark Sparks, and I am joined, as always, by my partners in crime fighting, starting off with District Attorney Vincent Kayfabe. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, brother? I'm so excited to announce the news that we have tonight. But we have some verifications to go through. We have some motivations to go through. I don't know if Fernando's here yet. But, okay, we have some motivations to go through. I know that Fernando is here now that I see that. So, I assume that it's Fernando. It might be a bot. Might be, since he's the only one that follows us on a particular platform. Also, I'm very excited for this weekend where there's going to be a whole bunch of wrestling.
Whole bunch of wrestling.
I'm going to be in your town this weekend. Fernando, good to see you. We're going to try and do a little motivation for you.
Fernando, yes, there's motivation because you're going to have to get a little motivated. Really quickly, though, let's bring on our other host, JLB. He is audio only because he's feeling ugly tonight.
Ugly, hot, tired, a little bit of everything, but really excited for us and even me as well, since I have also got affiliated today.
Yeah,
well,
so
we didn't actually say what
we didn't fully say it, but first, do want to also say hello to Ambrosia
and thank her
and thank you.
Thank you, Ambrosia. Or in the voice that JLB said in our after hours the other night on a Twitch exclusive stream. Thank you, Ambrosia.
Yes, thank you. Without her help, we wouldn't be here. So that is the news. Is we've been invited to become Twitch affiliate status. What that means is when we do it, and it's not going to go into effect right away because there's onboarding and a bunch of other stuff that we have to do first. But what it does mean is when we do Twitch affiliate status, we will no longer be live streaming on the other platforms for our stuff. It'll be Twitch exclusive. I was reading the Twitch affiliate contract to be certain on it. We still will have the capabilities to do live streaming on the other platforms, but if we stream it on Twitch, it has to be exclusive on Twitch for the first 24 hours that it's out there. So what that means is for people like Fernando, who have been balking on the going on Twitch as much as we've been trying to get them, our live streams would not be available anymore.
We can't react directly with you.
We're looking into ways that we could then send the stream afterwards. After the exclusivity expires to other places, but it wouldn't be live, Fernando, and we know you like being on this live. We know you love to throw questions and comments at us and hear our responses. And so twitch.tv/Raw and Order WBU, it's free to sign up for Twitch. 100% free. And then you just click that follow button, and then you're on Twitch and following us there, and you continue to see our live streams. Now, again, we're not going to be turning on the Twitch affiliate today. It's going to be a week or two before it goes live. There's a few other things. One of the things that I'm looking at doing is getting a new computer, which will make streaming on my end a lot easier. And then we'll be jumping through some hoops with Twitch. There may be some changes to the way the stream looks as we go through Twitch. I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out. But that's the big thing. Part of that, however, also means that we made it to that 50 followers before the end of the month. So DA Fabe and I have a match to second. Oh, there we go. See, I don't know how Fernando missed that Twitch is free, but it is free. Twitch.tv/Raw and Order WBU. You sign up. Twitch is owned by Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can use that to sign into it. But yeah, just do that.
What the hell does that do? If you use your Amazon Prime account.
So Amazon Prime, the biggest thing is through Amazon Prime, you have access to Prime Gaming, which gives you the ability to subscribe, which is more than follow, but subscribe to a channel for a month for free. And every month you can choose a different channel, or you can choose to resubscribe to the channel that you wanted before and get the perks of being on that. Yep, that's.
Oh, nice. Do they get money for that?
As a shit too slow, Ambrosia. It's fine. You were typing and I was talking, and everyone knows I can talk faster than most people can type.
A lot more.
And more.
What?
Yes. But yes, if you, and that's the difference between followers and subscribers on Twitch. You can follow for free. You can subscribe for money. And when you subscribe, you as the subscriber get access to additional things like custom emotes and sometimes other things like access to Discord servers and yada, 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 things like that.
So hold up.
Hold
up. I can subscribe and I get one free subscription from Amazon?
From Amazon Prime, yep. One per month.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm going to go subscribe to somebody else.
Yeah.
Not you, Jim. Sorry.
But so that subscription, then some of that comes to us, period. And so that free subscription from Amazon costs you nothing if you're an Amazon Prime member and gets us something. Once we're affiliate, we don't have that ability just yet because we haven't gone through that. And we haven't gone through that because partially because we wanted to make sure Fernando was on board on twitch.tv
as one of our top 3 most active commenters in these shows.
Mm-hmm.
The others on Facebook do occasionally show up, but they don't spend the time that you do. And so that's why we're making the offer that you saw Smarks put up there. Specifically for Fernando, he is interactive with us. The more interactive you are, the more likely you are to get something like that. We actually probably owe Ambrosia something nice from the store. So I'll let her talk with JLB about that because,
oh, yeah.
He needs people to talk to.
Oh, my God.
But so like I said, I'm still looking into exactly what. Okay, there we go. Okay, so exactly what we will be able to do if we want to. Then, after the exclusivity, put them on YouTube. I don't know if there's an easy way to do it straight to Facebook, but we're going to look into seeing that as well. But that Twitch.tv is going to be our home in the not too distant future. And we recommend you head on over there and follow us there. So that's the big news. The other big news is, of course, JLB also made it to affiliate status for his other channel, his channel.
And it took one particular stream that occurred yesterday and drained my fucking battery while I was not paying attention at all to the shooter game you were playing.
I thank you. I thank you so much for that. Kudos. You definitely helped in that. Even my friend who never fucking comes to my shit because he's always asleep, he's like, dude, I even put it on yesterday. I'm like, oh, thanks, bud. He's like, yeah. He's like, I woke up the next morning. I saw you were off already. He's like, I closed it and that was it. I'm like, nice. So I thank you as well. I thank everyone for supporting, obviously, Ambrosia for also helping me out and whatnot. It's a loving family we have here. And it's good that everyone helps support each other.
It's great to have a whole bunch of people that we love and we cherish and we're close with and we've never fucking met.
Yes.
Right.
But On that note, this is the point where I will always say Raw and Order is part of the Tatnus Co. podcast network, and then I would tell you to go to tatnusco.com and check out the other shows there and all that stuff, except we
That is on
figured out
temporary
today that
hold.
it's temporarily, I mean, we're still part of the podcast network, but the website's temporarily down as Tatnus is working on some other projects and restructuring and yada, yada, yada. So don't go to tatnusco.com right now. We will let you know as soon as we know that it's back up and running.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our big news there. And now it's time for us to talk about fantasy booking, and this is a weird week to do fantasy booking because there's just so fucking much happening, and it's
So,
happening like nonstop.
First, I want to make a note. What the fuck? Why didn't we get Sasha and Naomi last night?
So I have a theory on it.
So does
Do you have an Austin theory? Because he's coming
Big,
back.
big surprise. Smarks has a theory. Put on your shock
Oh,
face.
boy.
And now, if you're out there, capture that and gif it from both of us. Going,
Yeah,
And
we'll
then,
use it
yeah.
as one of our emotes.
that'll be so
I mean, I don't usually put my hands on my cheeks. Usually they're
yeah. Usually it's anyways. But so my theory is this. Okay. To recap what happened in the final match of the women's tag tournament on Raw, you had Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez.
yes,
I want to make sure I'm saying her
the right,
correct name
right
now.
fake last name.
Yeah, correct fake last name. Were versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai. And Io Sky and Dakota Kai were in there beating up on Raquel Rodriguez. And turned and didn't notice that Raquel Rodriguez did a tag to Aaliyah. And then they went back to beating up on Raquel Rodriguez. And Io Sky went like she was getting ready to try to pin Raquel Rodriguez. And Aaliyah hopped in really quickly and did a roll up on Dakota Kai. And the referee counted 1, 2, 3, and they became the winners and crowned the the new women's tag champions. That would be the spot where we would normally see returning Sasha Banks and Naomi if they didn't have another plan. And here's the theory on it. Part of the whole storyline was that Io and Dakota Kai didn't know that Aaliyah was the legal person, right? And so they were focusing on Raquel Rodriguez. But important to know, Dakota Kai, who got pinned, also was not the legal person.
Oh.
Io Sky was the legal person. And Dakota Kai could be seen saying on camera, I wasn't the legal person after it already got counted.
Oh, snap.
So the theory that I
How did
have
I miss that? That's crazy.
is that it's going to be announced at the pay-per-view, Clash of the
That's
Castle,
for the titles.
that there's going to be a rematch for the titles because and whether it happens at Clash of the Castle
Oh,
or
that's
not.
great. Because the announcement that was there was that the NXT titles are getting defended tonight.
Mm-hmm. But and the NXT titles are going to be Casey Catanzaro, Katana Chance, because she doesn't take chances. She doesn't take shit from nobody. She likes to drink beers and stuff. And Casey and Caden Carter versus Nikki ASH and Doudrop.
Which might help that brand, and those two Doudrop deserved more time in NXT.
Doudrop
and
deserved to be
Nikki
able to
Ash
keep
needs
her
more
name.
time.
Yeah. But anyways, and so we'll talk a little bit in a bit about how NXT went all out today in trying to build up Worlds Collide, they had multiple appearances from non-NXT superstars, including Finn Balor, including the aforementioned Nikki ASH and Doudrop, including, who was it? Someone came in and talked to
Ricochet.
Mandy.
Oh,
Ricochet showed up, yes, but someone came in and did a thing with Mandy, and I can't remember who it was right now. Anyways, I'll look it up in a second, but so now I don't know whether the match I think will happen at Worlds Collide or at Clash of the Castle, but I think there will be an announcement at Clash of the Castle that Dakota Kai and Io Sky will get a rematch with Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez.
And you think that's when they show up?
And either at the announcement, Shayna, thank you, Fernanda. Shayna came out and confronted Mandy Rose. Shayna Baszler.
What?
Yep. So
she needs to be the Raw Women's Champion or SmackDown Women's Champion soon, but after a little longer run by Liv.
Yeah. I think they're going to let her go down. I think this is all about building up Worlds Collide to seem like a bigger deal. I think it's also that they realize they have a certain number of main roster stars that they're not going to be using over in the UK, so might as well
have them here
and do something with them on NXT to try to build it up as such a bigger show.
Also, try and get NXT some viewership. I mean, if you have Finn Balor, Shayna Baszler, those names showing up on NXT, if the storylines are congruent and contiguous, then it makes sense to do that. The only problem with the prior NXT call-ups was really specifically DIY, who was feuding on one brand and a tag team on the other.
right.
That's really, I mean, that's the most specific version of that. Dominik Dijakovic and i.e. the whatever that fucking group was with Mustafa.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you: do you think Mustafa Ali still wants to leave?
I think maybe yes. He is. It's not like they're using him a lot better now.
No.
That it's a little better. He's being featured at least some, but he's still being featured mostly as kind of a secondary act, not given a chance to really. So I wouldn't be surprised if he still wants to leave. I also wouldn't be surprised if Triple H is talking heavily to him about, hey, here, we want to build you back up. And so I think one of the things that they could really do to try to get him happy and build it back up is to bring the Cruiserweight Championship out of NXT. And so there's a championship designed around the air quotes smaller guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially
if you make that the first hour of Raw.
Or the last hour.
I don't know that it would work as the last hour.
Yeah.
I think people tune
I don't
out.
know. Either
Well,
first.
I mean, first 2 hours is when you get the most viewers, and the last hour is when people tune out, unless, of course, it's a crazy matchup.
which is why you don't want to put it third hour, because it's already something that you don't have faith is going to keep people around. You put it on there, and you're almost guaranteeing people start turning away.
Yeah,
I
think interspersing it in the first 2 hours, maybe even.
Interspersing it is the best. I don't think you devote an entire hour to Cruiserweight, because then that makes an hour.
2 matches that are always in the first 2 hours is a good move.
But I will also point out that during the time that WCW ran the show, that 83 weeks, one of the things that they did to do it was they started off every show with high energy Cruiserweight battles. Every show.
Yeah.
Right.
So fantasy booking time.
Anyways, So, anyways, I was trying to say something and now I
Yeah.
lost my track because we jumped around to stupid things. But no, I think that's what's going to happen is we're going to have a rematch, and then either it becomes a triple threat where Sasha and
Hold on.
Naomi come out and say, we never lost these, so we went on. Or they say, we got first dibs on the winner. You know what I mean? And whoever wins this.
Good for you. You won a number one contendership for the real champs.
Exactly. Something like that. This, like I said, it's a crazy week because there's so much stuff happening that it's almost hard to do fantasy booking because there's so much stuff happening right now. Like I could say fantasy book, main roster superstars showing up on NXT. We're like, well, I would have Shayna Baszler go beat up on Mandy Rose. I would have Nikki ASH and Doudrop. Now, I think it's time for Doudrop to go back to Piper Niven. Or just Viper. I don't care if they don't want to do Piper Niven. Viper is fine. But Doudrop is a silly name, and we've already shown that Triple H is fine with getting rid of some of the silly names recently, as evident by Theory getting back the Austin and Riddle getting back the Matt. But yeah, so fantasy booking. I will also take one moment to point out that there was a important debut on NXT tonight. And it's important not necessarily because of like big star, big name, or whatever, but because of who he is. And that is a debuting superstar on NXT that happens to be William Regal's son.
Yep.
And I believe he goes by Charlie Dempsey, I think is the name he goes by, or am I on the wrong one? I think it's Charlie Dempsey. I gotta look to be certain because I'm not as familiar with all of the who the fuck is this new guys down there.
Who the fuck is this? And this, and this, and he, and her.
Waiting for this. Yep, Charlie Dempsey is William Regal's son. So it's a family affair. His son's on one brand, he's on a different brand, different company.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see whether WWE leans into the William Regal connection or does a Braun Breaker and just kind of pretends it's not there until everyone's like, well, we know. Okay, fine. We'll have his dad on. But
yeah, I don't think they would allow William. Maybe, I don't know if.
I think AEW 100% would allow it. I don't think WWE would. I think WWE loves to pretend that the other federations don't exist. And so admitting that AEW
And I don't
exists,
think that was exclusive to Vince, that attitude towards it.
Yeah, it so far has shown no sign of changing. Their concept is, I mean, in fairness, the NFL doesn't ever mention, the CFL or arena football. You know what I mean? Or rarely. I mean, I guess they mentioned it a few times when Kurt Warner came back out of the Arena Football League. And they're like, yeah, he went off to the Arena Football League and lit it up there, so we brought him back. Or whatever.
Guess who's back? Back again.
So anyways, fantasy booking. Who wants to go first?
I will go first because I have the best worst first.
Best worst first.
Well, that's interesting.
Because in celebration of something that Smarks is not at all happy about, and us having our Twitch exclusive wrestling pin bra, I want you to book your fantasy booking bra and panties WWE AEW style, and it can be any gender you choose. And you can fantasy book ours. That I think will probably just be a finger poke of doom. After,
Oh no, you guys got to do body slams and shit.
Oh, I think you overestimate the strength of both of us.
Really? To do a body? Yeah, you guys are big though. Yeah, it's fine.
We
you have to
are
remember
big-
the other person has to help, and I don't know that either of us know how to help.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, and then there's a little bit of just big boy, right? Now here's the deal: I'm not belittling Da Fabe when I mention that he's what 6'5",
6'4".
6'4".
Oh shit!
6'4". I'm 5'7", so he is significantly taller than me.
Oh my god, I'm taller than you even. How take you down?
Yeah. And so on just that, I am at a disadvantage. And then with being 6'4", he's also
Large.
he's a large 6'4", and I am a very large 5'7". So it's about the only thing about me that's large.
Now, I do practice more than him in terms of dealing with large human being. My son is 9 and weighs 125 pounds, and is 5 foot tall at 9 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, my son's a beast. My son is barely shorter than Ambrosia. He would nearly look Ambrosia in the eyes.
Look into my eyes.
I regularly lift up a 27-pound cat.
Hey, that's something.
You could handle me then, because I'm only 27 pounds.
Only 27. Oh, I can do it. I can. No, I'm still thinking total nonstop conviction at the DA Fabe compound is an option.
I like it. I would agree that going after, though it would be a blast, going after a parking lot of a certain chicken restaurant on a Sunday that we know won't be busy.
Yeah. Well, and here I'm going to open it up even more though. I think going in any parking lot of any
Is a
restaurant,
bad
even
decision.
when they're closed, is a recipe for the popos showing up, and I'm talking the real popos, not the fake wrestling popos. Especially when it's two larger guys, cross
Dressed as
dressing,
women.
wrestling and trying to tear the dresses off of each other.
No.
And I ain't finna go to jail right now. That's all.
I just wonder if we're gonna be on some other like a political podcast, talking about either our strengths or weaknesses of having done such things, and I'm just going, no, we're just playing.
Like, please.
You guys gotta have like a theme. The Repub versus the demo.
No, we don't need to bring politics into our beautiful wrestling.
I just think that's why I go with total nonstop conviction or something like that. Is it totally can play off the broken theme, because I'm broken by this.
That's okay, bud. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll take it gentle. Like I said,
I
Finger Poke and Doom might be in our futures.
I seriously considered seeing if there's was some way I could cost us a subscription or two, but we got to the point where I was like, nah, that's insurmountable. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Can you unsubscribe Raw and Order WBU from Raw and Order WBU?
Unsubscribe myself from myself? No. Let's see. Can I find someone to hop on and insult them so that they just whisper to someone, "You suck. We don't
No.
want you around here."
You made your bed, now you lie in it.
Yep. But
I mean, it's a bed he's lied in before. I mean, like,
yeah, it is. Anyways, okay. You see, this sucks because book our fantasy broad
real
panties
wrestling fantasy booking of Ron Panties match.
The simple fact is, if this challenge had come to 18-year-old me, I would have had all sorts of fantasies over Braun Panties matches. But 44-year-old me is a little more refined in my tastes and really doesn't like Braun Panties matches just in general.
Well, and I that's why I opened it up for any gender if you'd like.
So
You can approach this with class.
trying to think if I can approach it from the other standpoint. Braun Panties match featuring
And you can use any wrestler for this, remember. So
featuring Joey Ryan and Marty Skrull.
being objectified the way they've objectified women. I kind of like it.
Yes, that's kind of my thought. And it's G strings, right? So it's got to be down to the.
I don't
bears
think this
there.
bothers Joey Ryan nearly as much as it bothers.
Yeah,
Marty
that's
Skrull.
part of why my worry was on it. But that's why my thoughts are if we get to G strings and we keep it men only.
Joey Ryan makes no gains.
Yeah, Joey Ryan makes no gains. But I'm trying to think how I can make it even more demeaning to both of them. Would Cherry Jello make it more demeaning, or do you think they'd like that?
I mean, I like that you specifically chose cherry Jello.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could do strawberry. I mean, it's red either way, but cherry's a deeper red, and it's by far
I have
the better.
to time out while you're picking your Jello flavor. I have to somewhat applaud and also chastise Fernando's misogynistic thoughts.
Yeah, the real problem is, you'd have to go back a long way for I think both of them
To be the drugs.
to be before the drugs. I mean, literally, I'm pretty sure Missy Hyatt had problems
Charges.
before we even knew who she was. Sonny might have had a bit of time before, but I don't know. Anyways,
I'm doing it. Yeah, I think Brett did a good job of keeping her off the drugs.
But we don't know if they officially went out, right? We really don't.
No, Brett.
Leave poor Britt alone.
Brett was married, and from what we understand, it's been admitted by one HBK that it was in distaste on purpose. Now, that could also just be a CYA thing too.
That's
Okay.
fair. I just don't see him doing anything with Sonny though. Like I feel like, but I don't know.
Well, here's the thing is, I'm gonna try to approach this as delicately as I can. It's been confirmed that he was less than faithful to his wife.
Right.
He's admitted it. It's been in his biographies. At that time, if I were Bret Hart and Sonny was an option for me, yeah,
You take it for sure. Yeah.
So that's why I put credence into it.
No Clearwater Revival though to it.
No Clearwater Revival. Just maybe the was it Revolution, the knockoff, revisited.
Revisited. That's what it is. Yes.
I think they've done almost every R word they possibly could in some form or another before they came down with revisited. But anyways, I've changed my mind. It's not going to be cherry jello.
Okay, not cherry jello.
It's going to be chocolate pudding.
Oh.
Okay.
Just because that they'll have to live forever with footage of them in bras and G-strings with brown stuff smeared all over them.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't even think I care who wins this match.
Right.
So Joey Ryan and who was the other one?
Marty Scurll.
Marty Scurll. Braun Petty's match.
And here's the thing. Here's where I'm gonna, in full disclosure, say part of this is based on my anger because I liked both of these wrestlers before I found out they were scumbags.
Yeah, so and that does go along with some news we had today, that a certain just not to totally put WBU in on FBI, but a certain Velveteen Dream has relatively been cleared of those types of things, but now has been arrested for other things instead.
Yeah, well, he hasn't been cleared of those types of things, but he's let
charges have not been pressed.
He's let the heat die down enough
that he can get arrested for driving related situations.
Yeah, he's apparently not too bright. Apparently,
wasn't it a drug warrant from another state?
It happened while he was driving. That's what we know.
Oh, okay.
Either way, he not too bright. No. That's all it comes down to. Because he literally just posted on Instagram the other day a picture of him saying, "Bring back Velveteen Dream," and how he's ready to come back and all this stuff, and then, I'll just get arrested again. That's fine.
I truly wonder what he's doing.
What are you doing over there, bud?
My bad. I had some ice cream. Some Kit Kat ice cream.
It's okay.
Don't
he's
judge me.
He's just trying to get the mukbang audience behind him.
What in the fuck is a mukbang audience?
Mukbang is a trend that's popular in certain areas of live stream where it's of people eating, so that you can hear all the sounds of them eating and slurping.
Mouth noises?
Yeah, the mouth noises.
Well, yeah, with the chewing noises and like.
Hey, what does ASMR stand for?
Audio sensory something. Give me 1 second.
Are you gonna send me a let me Google that for you?
No, I'm gonna autonomic sensory meridian response. Autonomic sensory meridian response. It's, quote, the tingling sensation that some people experience when exposed to particular types of auditory or visual stimuli, such as whispering, tapping, and slow movement.
And that's what technically the whole mukbang thing is from.
Yeah,
because it really gets a lot of people fucking
yes,
like it's a fetish.
mukbang is very popular with the ASMR group of people. So if that's your type of people, we're not the podcast for you.
No, we're definitely not.
I mean,
We're just fat asses who
Yes,
like
yes,
to
yes, 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 yes,
we
yes,
we will occasionally go,
yes.
oh fuck.
Oh,
Yes, 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 yes.
But that's all she wrote, folks. That's all we do.
Yes.
Yes, and all fuck.
So,
Oh, fuck.
and then occasionally JOB eats ice cream.
Cereal is typically his thing.
Cereals, but I usually mute myself.
So
Okay.
that
Not
is
confirmed.
Not confirmed.
that is my fantasy booking.
JLB.
I'm gonna go pure bra and panties with it, and I'm gonna take modern day woman. Trips is randomly got the Vince brain going on for a day, and he decides to book a bra and panties match. And we are going to get really
Fuck you, man.
Try to get that ASMR.
Crowd.
and we are going to get we are going to get it for the world championship, women's championship. So we are going to have Bianca Belair, because she has a great body, and we don't technically ever see her in we usually see her in pants, so that'd be kind of interesting. Go up against, I guess we'll do we'll do Becky Lynch.
So
I
to
don't know if
Montez
Seth would agree
Ford
with
and Montez Ford and Colby Lopez. That's Justin JLB LeBlanc, Montreal, Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
I mean, guys, both of your wives are good-looking women, and Trips would never go through with this, so you have nothing to worry about. I am just complimenting on your wife's assets. They are beautiful, they are great, and they are great wrestlers as well. But I don't want just any bullshit bra and panties match. They're not gonna. This is gonna be a fucking wrestling match on top. The whole goal is to get rid of their bra and panties and whatever, but a legitimate, decent wrestling match. For some reason, I had a vision of Bianca Belair doing the Spanish Fly, and then that's how she fucking rips off Becky Lynch's bra. No idea how that would
Panties
work.
matches don't actually take off the bras and or panties. It's about getting
it's
them
true, they
out
don't.
of the, it's
Down
about getting
to
them
it.
out of the top down to the bra and panties.
Oh, yes, valid. Well, we're in 2022. You got to spice it up a bit more. They're already
Jesus
there. You
Christ.
So that's at Raw Noter WBU.
I wanted to make it short. I wanted to make it sweet. I did want to celebrate that we are going to have a not intergender, but a men only bra and panties match live on Twitch at some point in the next, probably, I'm going to say 60 days. The reason I say 60 days, after that, it gets a little cold for that.
Gets a tidbit nipply.
That's it.
In which case, our bra and panties. Now, we might have a bra and panties match where somebody has to lose their top. I will not be buying thong underwear for this.
Yes.
God damn.
If it gets cold enough, I'd be able to cut glass.
Jesus. That's all I got. I just wanted to get a little bit of ridiculousness up in here. I'm sure Rob Dudek is pissed at me for using this terminology.
Yeah, that's very possible. Okay, guys, I think I might have already done this one. But What story, given the explosive interview we had between Seth Rollins and Riddle, first of all, great fucking segment on Raw, making it look like it's into a shoot, and it was just spot on between your wife is the man in the family, your wife wears the pants in the family, and she's the man of the household, to, well, at least I have a family. Your kids don't even want to see you, and yada, yada, yada. Amazing freaking segment. And so one, this freaking matchup better be like a no holds barred or something, because something's got to happen with that.
Well, Seth has yet to have a non-fire, non-title pay-per-view this year. Everything Seth has touched has been fire this year.
Has been gold. So
yeah,
that's fair. So they might not necessarily need it, especially if Matt Riddle now can go all out and do what he does.
Quick timeout. You've given us the background. Just wanted to give Fernando props on his very, very entertaining one. Goldust versus Adrian Adonis in a brown panties match. Apparently, bodysuits being removed are very, very fun ideas. That's fucking great.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Throw MVP in there. Make it a triple threat. People with skin tight bodysuits. Men.
Oh man. So I would just like you to simply book me the match, and I guess where they go, or you can either book me the match or book me where they go from this match, which is technically like booking the ending anyways, and where both of these men go from here. Because I feel like I wouldn't know what to do now that Trips is in control with these two. And with Cody out of the picture. So either book me the match just completely how it would go. Well, I guess that's the same thing. Yeah, so just book me the match that these guys are going to have at Clash of the Champions. And how you
I'll let you go first, bud.
I'm sorry, I wasn't quite ready, so let me go first.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What can I say? You're welcome.
So to
Dwayne Johnson's on this call.
Just to make sure I'm remembering and heard correctly, because I was in the middle of doing something else. You want me to book Riddle versus Rollins?
Seth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Riddle versus Rollins.
Just wanted to make sure I heard correctly, because then you rambled for a bit and I started doing something else.
Ow! How dare you? People love my rambles. Apparently not you.
Be a little dead.
You just have ADD though.
I'm ADD as absolute fuck.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh fuck.
Having ADD when you're fucking doesn't do much for her. Just so you know, when you get distracted,
doesn't do much for me either. I gotta be honest with you. This is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Oh, what's that over there? What can I say? God damn it! Fuck you, JLB.
What did I do?
Put that song in my head. I have a child, man. I know the songs.
Yeah, that's valid. That's a great song. What can I say, man? You're welcome.
So the match, just trying to figure out who I want to win.
And I know they had mentioned it on Raw, but how did this even start between these two? What was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, or just the whole reasoning? Seth just being a cocky prick and Riddle coming out and said what you did to Rhodes was despicable, and then he said something about Randy, and that's just how it started?
Well, I mean, I think they've been hovering around each other for a while. But then there was the fight in the parking lot
Right.
that they showed. And they didn't really specifically say, but they showed from the video, it looked like Randy was out there doing what Randy do. and then Seth pulled up and started talking some sort of smack of some sort, and then the fight started. And so then because of that, they got put into a tag team match. He told Seth that the only man in the family was Becky, according to Fernando.
But that was later on.
Yeah.
We're referencing the early part of it.
Mm-hmm. But
Oh man. Yeah.
But so
So what do you do here? Do you give Riddle the win? Do you give Seth the win? Seth doesn't need to win. Seth is the heel. But Riddle's gonna F him up. Is this Riddle turning heel? What's gonna go on?
sorry, I had to put the dancing Pikachus up for a second.
Welcome, Grundles.
You sent us one earlier.
Yeah, he sent us a couple. But it's the dancing Pikachus, although they don't dance on our stream. That makes me angry.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave
I
your friends
think I
behind.
agree with Grundles here. I think that this is where I think you need to give Seth a win. And I think that's because Seth recently has not exactly on paper
Winning ways.
Yeah, been winning. He's won on like TV, you know, on some of those matches. But if you go to like cage match,
Or any match with Cody Rhodes since Mania.
well, but if you go to cage match and you look here, you know, not including house shows, although he's been losing to Riddle at house shows left and right. But Monday Raw, a couple weeks ago, he defeated Angelo Dawkins.
Right.
The week before, he defeated Montez Ford. Right.
Yeah,
so
that was
got
just
some wins, but
thrown away.
yeah, those are just absolutely thrown away. But then prior to that, he lost in a dark match to Riddle. He did beat Ezekiel at one point. But when you look at like pay-per-views, Money in the Bank, he lost in the ladder match. At the prior
I don't think he's won this year, Grundles. Pay-per-view wise.
In pay-per-view, he might not have.
I don't
Hell in
think
a
so,
Cell,
no.
he lost to Seth. Scroll back. Find the one.
Lost to Cody.
Cody.
Yeah, excuse me. Lost to Cody. Seth lost to Cody is what I meant to say. Gotta scroll back a long way. I don't know if he's won at a pay-per-view. So that's why I think Seth needs to win. Here's the other thing, though. If we're trying to do this as a way to build Riddle up, which I do think that's what they're doing in the long run, right? The best way to build Riddle up is to have multiple big matches, not just one, right? So you have him lose to Seth, with Seth being Seth and cheating and, you know, all that, because that's Seth. He's the heel, right? Heels can cheat to win.
Right.
And I'm not sure, you know, I'm not sure you necessarily need to call it full on cheating. You know, I mean, it's not like he's gonna use a stun gun or something like that on him to win. But, you know, feet on the ropes, pulling the tights to win, something like that. Those sorts of things. Or distracting the ref while a friend of his attacks him on the outside. Things like that to get the win. And then set up for a future pay-per-view rematch where Riddle eventually gets the win. That being said, this is going to be a great match, right?
Yeah.
It's going to have plenty
I'm
of back
saying
and
match
forth.
of the night.
You told us that on Sunday.
Yeah, you said that
Yep.
on Sunday.
And I'll
I-
tell you that on Tuesday. And I'll tell you that on next Sunday.
I was the one who went to Dark Horse and said Sheamus versus Gunther has the potential. I'm not guaranteeing it. I just have a feeling. It's kind of a gut feeling thing. They're both fucking phenomenal and have shown that they can put on great matches when the heat's on them. So, anyways, I think it's going to be a great match, but I think this is really just the setup match to a future. I think Triple H knows that to build Riddle up as the face of the franchise, which I think is what they're trying to do, at least until Cody gets back, you have to give him a couple defeats here, or at least one defeat here, where then he can become the underdog and win at that way. If you give him the victory now, it kind of throws this feud out, just in general. And like I said, I don't know if Seth can take another loss at a pay-per-view without it starting to bring the luster off of him, if you know what I mean. So that's what I think. Seth for the victory, probably through
Some ways of cheating.
I'm gonna say feet on the ropes. That's a good one. Feet on the ropes.
Fair enough.
Fame.
Well, I got to be different, and that's what I was challenging myself to when saying Smart's go first. So, I do think Seth gets the win, but I think a clean win helps. And the reason I think a clean win helps, I think that you can do a training montage, especially with Riddle having focused on helping Liv Morgan, and he can say, "I was distracted," without actually pointing to helping train Liv Morgan. Some stories don't have to be told out loud, because otherwise it sounds like that was a problem for him to do, and you don't want that either. But I didn't train hard enough, and maybe I just need to approach this one differently than I approach my others. And so I'm going to call Randy and have him help me train.
Randy. Oh,
Yeah.
that actually. You finish yours. I'm gonna modify mine a bit. Go ahead.
And so at this one, we get Seth with a clean win. And then the next pay-per-view, which I do not know what it is, whatever October's pay-per-view, or maybe it's September 29th or something like that. Anyway, whatever the next pay-per-view is, he gets a rematch with Randy in his corner.
Randy.
And you get face heel tactics, and Randy maybe hits an RKO out of nowhere when the ref is down from a small ref bump. I think that's where I would go with this. Clean win, but definitely fire match. This is solid 15 minutes, not a lot of rest holds. And really, I think you could push it past the 15-minute mark to
Extreme Rules, October 8th.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. So, I have a clean win in Ireland with jet lag. He can have you can throw a dozen excuses. I missed my flight and I got there late, so I didn't get a chance to warm up. And there's just a dozen ways you can do this that build for a reason to have it, and have Seth have a clean win in a fire match, and then have Seth have a dirty loss to face heel tactics, because Randy is obviously very face heel. He's a face right now because he's partnered with RKO, or with Matt Riddle, and Seth can try the heel tactics at Extreme Rules, but Randy comes in and helps prevent some of those things, and then also hits an RKO from out of nowhere, allowing Riddle to also hit an RKO and then a Bro Derek to win, but actually get the win with the Bro Derek, saying, I couldn't put him down with the RKO. I had to use my own. I would like to see him start to go, being Randy Jr. is good, but being the best Matt Riddle is better. And I'd like to see Randy actually encourage him for that. We know that eventually Randy and Riddle are probably going to have a feud. I think the place to build that eventually is at Royal Rumble. I think having Randy eliminate Riddle or Riddle eliminate Randy builds that feud really, really well. And then follow it up with the other one eliminating whomever didn't do the elimination at Royal Rumble. The other one does the elimination at Elimination Chamber to them. And so then you've got a feud for WrestleMania, and I think that would also be gold. I think those two could put on a fire match with each other, non-title, and then you're building a really good non-title feud for WrestleMania that doesn't feel random, I think that's a very a clean build to that, and so that's where I would go with that fantasy booking. So I booked a little longer than just the match, but I did want to get specific that in the first one, obviously. I also think that a pedigree followed by a stomp is the way to win.
Mm-hmm. So
at Clash at the Castle.
So the addendum I wanted to put on mine has to do with Randy Orton, because I did want to talk about this. Now, the thing that's going to be the caveat on all of this, it's all going to depend on Randy Orton's back, because he's out. He apparently had back surgery. He's dealing with back, and he is reportedly not doing so great with his back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow. Fantasy booking means I get to have Magic and make his back better, too, though.
Yeah, Magic makes his back better. Nice. In reality, there's been reports that he is considering retiring because his back is not going to be good enough. But for fantasy booking Magic, mine goes kind of similar in the long run in this respect. But different, right? Because it's going to feature the Viper being the Viper, right? And to use the Scorpion and the Frog metaphor, Randy Orton is the Scorpion, and Matt Riddle's the Frog, and they teamed up together for a while, and they were really popular, and they got across that lake, or they got out into that lake, but eventually the Viper is going to strike, and that's going to be maybe the way the second match gets a lot for Riddle, and that's a returning Randy Orton comes out, looks like he's going to help Matt Riddle, but no, RKO out of nowhere.
It's helps, my move. Stupid.
Yeah. Stupid. Helps Rollins get a second victory. Sets it up for now. We've got two feuds potentially coming out of it. So Riddle can be like, I've got to finish this, and then I'm coming after you, Orton. And then the fired up, Riddle can take out Seth Rollins at the next pay-per-view and then come after and start a feud with Randy Orton. Hoping, knock on, I don't even fucking have any wood here. Here.
I got wood.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, wow.
But
it must have been hardwood.
So in a since we just mentioned hardwood and everything, I'm going to give you the useless trivia that you probably didn't know. Did you know balsa wood, the softest wood you can find, is technically a hardwood?
It's a deciduous tree. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a conifer.
It's the softest wood, but it is a hardwood.
But it's a hardwood.
I've been described that way before.
Title of my sex tape.
So anyway, good booking though. I enjoyed. I mean, you chose the most intriguing match
Yeah.
for a long term. The only way that anything Roman Reigns becomes intriguing is if he loses this juncture.
Well, I mean, and that was going to be my next go-to technically too, because there is rumors that he is losing at Clash of the Champions. Drew is in fact going to take it. Spoiler or not spoiler, what the hell do we know? But it has been rumored that Trips
Drew
was
can
heavily considering.
sure carry the company part of that. The I have to go to a Connor's Cure thing or a Make a Wish event or those types of things. Drew certainly has the personality to pull that off
For sure.
on outside the ring.
And he definitely deserves a non-COVID title reign.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
I mean, COVID's permanent, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like a what is it? What did they even call it?
Non-lockdown.
Yes.
I forgot what they called the fan thing with the screens.
Oh yeah.
Thunderdome. That's it.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, the reports I've heard have said they're not decided yet one way or another, but they are finally talking seriously about taking one or both of the belts off Roman Reigns. Here's the deal.
Today was the 2-year mark.
Yeah.
With the Universal.
It's time to take at least one of them off.
Sorry. Yesterday was because it is now after midnight in both.
It's time to take one of them off. We've talked long ad nauseum on this show, or on the other shows at least, about how long title reigns do not build the title up as much as people think they do.
I think at this juncture it's time to build the roster up.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you're building prestige to the title, but you spent so much time, and this goes all the way back to 2011. CM Punk's long title reigns, Cena's long title reigns, and then you just flat out have to bring up, obviously Roman and the Shield, I guess, as title reigns. We've had as many true contenders in those 11 years as we had in 3 years in the Attitude Era. And we've just slayed down the number of contenders because somebody's held it for 2 years. That's fine. In the record books, let him be the modern era longest reigning champ. That's fine. You don't want it. You didn't, obviously, you wanted it to be somebody who performed more often than Brock to take that prestige away from you use Brock to take the prestige away from CM Punk, and I truly do believe that's what was being done with Brock's long reign. And now you're using Romans to take the excuses away, and that's fine. That's hunky dory. Do whatever you got to do there, but at the end of the day, I think we need to build up the performers at this juncture.
Well, and here's the deal. The problem with really long title reigns is, while yes, you can make the argument that they build the title, or at least they build prestige in the title, whatever, but they also destroy credibility in competitors, right?
Yes.
How many times can you have Seth Rollins lose to Roman Reigns, or Drew McIntyre lose to Roman Reigns, or before you no longer have another star.
Brock.
Or Brock, or whatever. But you no longer have another star that has credibility towards beating that and getting that championship. Yeah. And that's why I'm not saying they have to do it all the time, but hot-shotting the belt back and forth between 2 or 3 people builds all 3 of those people.
Yeah.
And builds the belt, because it shows how desirable it is, how these people want to work so hard to get it, yada, yada, yada.
Correct.
So...
I also, side note, when you have a legitimately baddest man on the planet in Brock Lesnar, maybe not now, but at some point in his life he was legitimately the man that if somebody got on in a one-on-one fight with him, they were likely to lose. They were 9 times out of 10 likely to lose, or greater than that. When you have somebody like that, and they continue to lose to the same guy, I don't know. It becomes difficult to suspend our disbelief as well, and I think that directly affects that. And so at this juncture, we need not MMA baddest people on the planet, so that we can actually suspend our disbelief again.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah. Anyways, we'll move on to my challenge to you guys, because we have one more of the challenges before we get to do our final.
Are we guessing names?
No, we're not guessing names.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you very much.
Sorry,
Although I do
jeez.
love playing that game. I wanted to take a break, or
I
maybe
think we can do that instead of the pick or pass.
we could do that instead of pick or pass if you'd like. But
And then we can take turns picking the people. That'd be fun. So you don't always do it, huh?
if that's what you want to do.
I didn't want to steal your game, but I'd share your game.
Oh, that makes it much better.
Beard
Anyways,
love. Beard love.
Oh, this way. Beard love. No, so this is because we've gotten word that the casino ladder match is returning at All Out this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys. We currently know none of the entrants at all, right? So I want you guys to book the casino ladder match for this weekend. Now, to remind you, they come in based on the card pulled. So hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs, and then there's a final joker. 2, if I'm correct, 2 per suit, right? So 2 hearts, 2 diamonds.
This isn't the Battle Royale.
This isn't the Battle Royal. This is the ladder match. So there's only a total of 9 competitors in the ladder match. And that's because a ladder match with 30 people in it or 25 people in it gets a little bit implausible.
No one's
You know
going to
what
be
I mean?
climbing that ladder.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it with Money in the Bank. The time they did the men's and women's at the same
8?
time. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck, yeah. That was in COVID. Yeah, that was.
There was too much
in
happening
the
at one
lockdown.
time for us to care. Right?
Did they do it at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. Remember,
It was
remember
when they did it.
Brother Love was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Pritchard
When they
was in
did
the
it
bathroom.
at Titan Towers, right? So
That's when
when-
Otis won it because somebody pulled it down, or Miz pulled it down, and it fell into Otis's hands.
Yep.
Damn. Oh, yeah. Well,
Which
thanks
also,
for
by the
reminding
way,
me, guys. I wanted to forget.
has been the most inconsistent rule whatsoever because they ruled at that point that you
Had to be the first one to
had
get
to be
down.
the first one down with it, right? But this year in
People sat
Money in
up
the
on
Bank-
top and held their title. in
Yep,
their hand.
they
Money in the Bank.
Theory grabbed it and sat up on top of the thing and held it up and yay, I won it. And whatever. Anyways, so yeah,
I'd like to see them address that at some point with like one of the wrestlers walking up to Trips and going, "Hey, which rules is this? Is it the first one down or the person who gets it off the hook?" I think
yes,
that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah,
I think-
and asking Trips would be hilarious too. He'd definitely make it into a nice little joke.
Oh yeah, just mock it and change the rules on occasion. Just have somebody ask which set of rules it is. And you could use chubby guys for the. Is it the one where you're at the bottom, or do you have to climb the ladder? Because it's funny when chubby guys, are scared of heights or something.
Hear that, Vince? You got a fan.
So again,
No, I don't. I
hearts,
just was
diamonds,
giving it
spades, clubs, 2 for each of those, and then finally a joker. To
So the
enter.
question I'm going to ask: are we booking this together?
I think no. I think you each book your own.
In that instance, let that bitch go first.
Okay, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 competitors, and then 2 jokers.
One joker.
One joker.
9 total.
So 9 total.
Yeah, 2 at a time, and then a ninth one.
Okay. So, and these generally would not be wrestlers who are on the same, who are on the card later on, right?
Yes,
Generally, yes.
generally they are not.
And they win what to win this? They win a championship opportunity for any belt they want.
Well, they haven't been consistent on that either, because it's grab the brass ring, and like Christian Cage grabbed the brass ring, and he didn't, as far as I know, get a championship shot. But didn't Lance Archer win it, and then he got a championship shot?
Right, exactly.
So I think that's the concept, but anyways, yes.
Well, I am gonna say it right off the bat. You bring Brian Cage as your Joker, because if there's any time to kind of bring him in, yeah. Well, if there's any time to bring him in, we haven't seen him for like a year, right? So,
Well, technically, we saw him a couple months ago because he was announced before he appeared with Tully Blanchard as Tully Blanchard Enterprises, but we have not seen him in a match. So I'm gonna give it to you. But he's been on TV.
okay. The House of Black are fighting, right?
Give me 1 second here. Because I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
They
actually.
are. They were in the trios tournament, but they got beat. So
Right. Okay. So
I
they're
don't
up for
think they're
grabs.
currently.
So I think you have the Hearts, you have Brody King and Buddy Murphy, Buddy Matthews come out. You don't have what's his face.
So you have 2 dudes from the same group coming out.
Yeah.
on that.
Hearts. So
That's interesting.
yeah, that's interesting. However, important to note, that means that for the first like 2 minutes, it's 2 people on the same team out
They'll
there
just sit there and stare at each other.
standing there staring at each other.
Oh snap! Okay, I thought it was 2 versus 2. Why am I confusing this? Well, what's the other thing I'm thinking of where it's 5? It's
Well,
5
they've done
people
it.
in the same.
The Casino Battle Royal is 5 people at a time, but because you
yes.
end up getting to 21 people.
Right. Okay.
But this
So
is just 2 at a time.
2 at a time. They're
it's
the
at the-
Hearts, and they face each
Yeah.
other.
Yep.
Okay.
But no one can win until all 9 people have been
In the match.
entered. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll still stick with that, and they kind of just wait. They're the Hearts, let's say, whatever have you. Just because I want to see him in the match, I think you bring out. You would probably have to then. Yeah, I would bring out Ethan Page. Who's Ethan's? Oh no, he's technically alone now, right? He's no longer part of the. They've kind of subsided him.
He took the card from oh, I'm totally blanking on his name.
But yeah, not Lee Moriarty, but he also took the card too.
Don't forget his name. He was Malcolm Bevins in NXT. Stokely Hathaway. There we go.
There you go. Okay, so because it's so then what I'll do is I'll do Ethan Page and I don't know, let's say we bring in Lance Archer. Because this fucker hasn't been doing anything in a hot minute.
Hot minute.
In a hot minute.
Down, baby. Oh. Ready to let it go.
Let me Jimmy Coco Puff. Listen to me now.
Light it up and take a puff.
Listen to me now. Wow, they have Brody Lee
Pass it
Jr.
to me now.
on their
Pass
roster.
Pass it to me. You
Yeah.
puff pass. Come on, man. You're the one who's supposed
Light
to
it
know
up, take a
this shit.
puff. Yeah, JLB 420 doesn't know that it's light it up, take a puff, and
I'm
Pass-
just
fucking
listen to me
tired.
now.
Don't
I'm
start
going to
with me.
ramble because I'm smoking.
Listen to
pot.
me now. Oh, look at that!
I
Paul
know
White
who
is on
isn't
the
going to
roster.
share the goods. That's what I know.
Damn right,
Yeah.
I'm taking all that shit. I'm puff until it's done. Fuck you all. Where was I
Pass
before I
the
was rudely
Dutchie on the
interrupted?
left-hand side.
One side. Yeah, okay. So as I mentioned, Ethan Page, Lance Archer, they're in next. I also want Nick Comardo in this because I feel like the fucking Nightmare Club has to fucking be in it. And he's fucking great and not given a chance.
Yeah, although they've given him this now. Now he wears a hat gimmick, and I'm like, oh, he was so much better as a monster. But whatever. Anyways,
Yeah, he was
they
definitely
just
so
need,
much better.
They
as a
just need to
monster.
get him away from fucking QT.
Dude, did the Young Bucks have a fucking not Young Bucks? Yeah, the Lucha Brothers.
As of right now, the Lucha Brothers do not currently have a match.
That's fucking wild.
They were in the Trios tournament as Death Triangle, but they got beat by United Empire.
Yeah, there's got to be some other. They're gonna have to have some more matches, man. I don't think we're gonna see the last of this. So we are gonna have Nick Camarado. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Nick Camarado.
I must not have liked when you said Camardo.
Camarado. And let's say Tony Nese.
Some Tony Abs out there.
Some Tony Abs out there. That's right. And then your last pair. It's fucked up how a lot of these people don't have matches yet. Like Orange Cassidy doesn't even have a match. All right, and then give me Matt Seidel and Lee Moriarty, and then Brian Cage as your final Joker. And essentially, this is gonna boil down to Brian Cage facing off against, like, not facing off, but because they all basically whoever grabs the ring, you still can throw your opponents out of the off the top ropes, right? And they're eliminated.
I don't think there's eliminations. No, it's
No eliminations
at
like
this
that.
point.
Okay.
It's typical ladder match.
Ladder
rules.
match rules. Okay. And then you just have basically once Brian Cage comes in, he gets fierce. Everyone's excited to see him. And then that's when you have him and Lance Archer really kind of face off. Brian Cage does this super, I don't even remember what his move was, but he does a super move off the ladder to Lance Archer. Boom, Cage wins the brass ring for, I think, like his second time, technically. Yeah, not all that fascinating.
It's a bold selection there. Cotton, let's see what comes of it.
Yep.
No prediction, Cotton.
All right, let's see what you got.
I was originally going to do a women's one, but this has actually been stated that it's going to be a men's one. So I am going to start it off with I will bring Brian Cage out, but he's going to come out as a heart along with one. I just added Jake Hager. So we got some big hosses to start it off. The next one in is A couple Dark Order guys get to come in and say, "Oh no," because they're in the trios,
The
aren't
trios. There's not enough
Well,
for a
I
couple
mean,
to be removed. Technically,
is
they
there
may
not?
be out.
There is.
Nope. There is now only 4 total members of the Dark Order,
Oh shit.
and 3 of them are technically in the trios match, which only leaves 1 more.
Peter Avalon is still with the company.
Yeah. Russ is on Dark a lot.
Mm.
So I am going to have Chucky T and Orange Cassidy come out together in the second part. Even though they're smaller, the other two beat on each other a little bit. You can tell a little bit of story there. Third entrant. What a great opportunity to feature Parker Boudreaux. So we're going to have Parker Boudreaux get some more
Shit.
time.
Nice.
And I think this is also a good spot to put Sean Spears, who I feel like is definitely a step up here. This gives a chance to feature some of these guys that have been good but haven't gotten there. Finally, I'm going to bring in Scorpio Sky and Miro in that group. Miro looks like a solid hands-on favorite by coming in 8th or 7th, however you want to look at it. At this juncture, the only question mark is who is the Joker.
Why so serious?
And I think this is a really good opportunity. I know that there's a big piece of me inside that wants this to be MJF. That is not what I'm going to do. I want MJF to interfere in the championship match if there's going to be one. I want him to come out during their match. So because of that, I'm going to have one Sammy Guevara in this match.
Who also doesn't have a match, but okay, by the way, Kingston has a match now, so that would be awesome for Sammy. I like that.
Yep.
Correct. I also like the idea that Tomohiro Ishii and Eddie Kingston have already probably fought by this juncture, or they haven't fought yet, and a weakened Eddie Kingston goes into that match. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to have Eddie Kingston try to attack Sammy Guevara and get attacked by the rest of the members of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Well, is this match not on the pre-show?
As of right now, it has not been announced on the pre-show.
No,
It's
it's
been
announced for All Out.
For All Out, and so they could still put it on the pre-show, but they haven't specifically announced it on the pre-show. The Kingston versus Ishii match is been announced for the pre-show. So as of right now,
so Eddie Kingston's ability to be on TV on All Out is by interfering in this match, and that's what I really, really like. So, and I want it. I either want him to do it as he's coming out and get jumped by the Jericho Appreciation Society, or Sammy Guevara is really close to having the ring, and Kingston's music plays, and Sammy looks over at the ring or at the entryway and goes, and just fucking hightails it out. Like, that's fine if he hightails it out of there. With the eventual winner being I've never really felt like the big dudes win these. I know Brian Cage won the first one. But I think the way I'm going to go with this, I'm torn between Scorpio Sky and Miro, but I think I'm going to go Scorpio Sky winning it.
Scorpio Sky has also won this in the past too, I believe. Or was that something
Sky
else?
has won title shots in the past, but he has not won this in the past.
Yeah, I don't believe he's won this one.
Didn't he do something with a ladder match? And it
Scorpio
was a
Sky
big
has
ass
had ladder
match.
matches in the past. He has not won this match in the
Alright.
past.
Okie dokes. I just remember him something with a brass ring, a big ass brass ring. That's why.
That's how
fair.
you won the ladder match, but it wasn't the Casino Royale.
They
ladder
had a different ladder match that was called the Grab the Brass Ring ladder match.
Oh, that's it.
Um,
Okay. What the fuck is with all these random gimmick ladder matches?
Okay, then make it Miro. I don't give a shit which one of those two wins it.
No, I mean,
I want an on-screen, but I want an on-screen reason for
Face
the
of
feud.
the Revolution ladder match, which was for the TNT title championship shot.
I want a reason. I think this is an opportunity to build a reason on screen for the Sammy Guevara, and
I love that idea.
I think you can have it be. I mean, you can reference all the stuff that's happened off screen, but have it actually come on screen now.
Yeah. But I think Mr.
Ooh,
Smart
I think
over
Daniel
there-
Garcia would be a really good one to have in this too. God dang.
Is he not in a match? Why is there so many people
Daniel
missing from
Garcia
matches?
is not in a match, but that's still he's likely going to be involved in a match. Because remember, he had the match versus Bryan Danielson, the 2 out of 3 falls match. That
Jericho
then
was
afterwards,
pissed.
Jericho was pissed, and then he stood up to Jericho, and then Jericho was pissed at him, and then he stood up again, and then Bryan Danielson came out, and that's leading to the Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho match, which I am certain Daniel Garcia will play into the finish of it somehow. Either
The
siding
Daniel
with Chris
Garcia on a
Jericho.
pole match.
Yeah. Either siding with the match for the custody of Daniel Garcia.
Andrade's not in a match yet. Adam Cole Bebe is not in a match yet.
Yeah. Adam Cole is not cleared to wrestle.
Correct.
And
Adam
so,
Page
in
is
fact,
not technically in a match yet.
Yes, correct. So the entire Undisputed Elite right now are recovering, so that's why they don't have anything. Adam Page is in the corner of the Dark Order.
Yeah, I'm just saying on paper he's not.
On paper, he doesn't have a match. My anticipation, I think I mentioned this before, is that the Elite is going to win versus United Empire, and then Dark Order is going to win versus Best Friends, but one of the members of the Dark Order is going to get injured at it, and so then the final is going to be the Elite versus Dark Order, and Adam Page is going to have to step in, so he'll be on the opposite side of the Elite. That's my anticipation. So.
But I think matches like this are really best served to build feuds. I think Best Friends versus Jericho Appreciation Society is a story that's somewhat told, but it's not all the way told yet. I think Miro, can build any feud with any one of those competitors.
Well, he's currently feuding with the House of Black, so maybe you get a Miro and a few of the house, and maybe just Malachi Black in there. Maybe you get 2.0 guys versus 2 of the Best Friends in there as well, because they've been kind of feuding, right? So
to answer Fernando, Samojo in reality was off filming a show. I think it's technically a show, the Twisted Metal Amazon.
Yeah, I think it's on Amazon. It's a series.
Amazon series. So that's where he's been. Storyline wise, he's been rehabbing an injury. And he's the current Ring of Honor TV title holder.
Damn, not even a Ring of Honor match.
Well,
yet. We still have Wednesday and Rampage, so
we say yet, but I'm also, I think Tony Khan is in the starting phases of trying to separate Ring of Honor off. He's been emphasizing it less and less on TV recently. even though FTR are the Ring of Honor tag champions and they carry out the thing, they're not like advertising Ring of Honor tag matches, things like that. So
Fair.
I,
Well, but we
I
just saw last week. We just saw Cesaro versus Dustin Rhodes.
I said in the process. I didn't say he flipped a switch. I said he's in the process of trying to start to put up the wall between them a little bit. And part of that is he's got to get a TV deal of some sort
Ring
of
of
TV
Honor.
deal for Ring of Honor. And once that happens, I would anticipate we start to see a line drawn where these people are Ring of Honor people, these people are AEW people, and we're not gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually has a Survivor Series style crossover pay-per-view that comes on once a year or something. But I think he's going to go full on brand split with it. Once Ring of Honor's up and running, he's gonna have Ring of Honor operate as a fully separate entity. At which point Samoa Joe and the others that are signed for Ring of Honor will become Ring of Honor people. Which will also then open up AEW because they've got, I think I said on Sunday, 133 total wrestlers signed, but some of them are signed specifically for Ring of Honor, like the Briscoes.
Right.
Claudio may have been signed with the intention of being Ring of Honor exclusive, or at least Ring of Honor thing. I think Samoa's gonna be Ring of Honor exclusive once he comes back. It'll be interesting to see whether Wheeler Yuta stays in AEW or goes over to Ring of Honor. But there's other ones, I mean, 133 wrestlers on AEW. It wouldn't surprise me for them to take some of the young up and comers, like the Austin Gunn and Colton Guns. Some of the ones like Angelico. I scrolled past one and I gotta come back to find it again. Potentially a Daniel Garcia. Some of those ones, maybe some of the littler guys like Fuego. Small guys do really well on Ring of Honor from a concept, and have them on that show and featured more often. Anyways, and because of that, then we would start to see a little bit more consistency on the AEW with seeing the people all the time. Serpentico is another good one to go on Ring of Honor. But, okay, fun times. I don't know how I would go with this Casino Battle Royal, because, like you say, there's so many people that you could throw in there, and
Right.
then this whole concept of the tough thing with the Casino Battle Royal or Casino Ladder Match is when you have that Joker. To make that Joker seem really big, it's got to be either a really big name or a surprise big name, right? And I don't know if there's any surprise big names out there right now that would blow the top off. You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks ago, I would have said Johnny Gargano showing up as the Joker would have been a big thing. But we now know that's not going to happen.
Right.
So, in terms of free agents, I don't know who else is like a free agent that would be that big of a name. You know what I mean? So then you talk about returning. Well, this would be a time a returning Adam Cole, cleared to wrestle again, show back up in the ladder match, win a shot at the championship would be a big deal.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that would definitely add more importance.
Fernando
to that
mentioned
match.
MJF. DFA had mentioned that as well. And there's
If
a good
it's
place.
on the pay-per-view, I could see it maybe happening, just so it's relevant.
I could see it maybe happening. I don't think it's the best place to bring him back.
That's
I
the
think
thing.
the best place to bring him back is interfering with the world title match, if there is one, which as of right now there isn't. But again, we still have 2 shows for them to announce a rematch of some sort. CM Punk call in his rematch clause or whatever. So, but anyways, hour and 41 minutes. Let's go ahead and move on to the game part of this. Which is funny because this is all a game. But as mentioned before, we're gonna not do pick or pass this week. We're gonna instead do guess the professional wrestler. The rules of this are simple. We're gonna each the contestants for each round are gonna have 2 minutes at a time to ask simple one-word answer questions, typically yes or no, but simple ones, to try to narrow it down. And then at the end of the 2 minutes, they have to make their guess as to who the wrestler is. For the time being, I'm going to recommend us all hiding the comments section during this to help
Fine.
eliminate the accusations that happened at the last one, where someone saw
You're
the
a
comment
fucking cheater.
Fabe,
and
You're a fucking cheater.
I'm a cheater, please.
Yeah.
Even
You
when I have the
use those
comments
fucking
up,
fancy glasses to see into his brain and fucking figure shit out.
I wish. I wish.
so
Fucking cheater.
we'll go ahead and start with me. I will put up 2 minutes on the clock. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll take away his excuses as to why he didn't fucking get it.
Okay, 2 minutes on the clock starts now.
Is this person identified as male or female?
Male.
Are they modern era or attitude era, or did they wrestle in the 90s? That's the question I'm asking.
Technically yes, but not on any of the majors.
In the 2000s on measures.
Yes.
Have they been a world champion?
On
On a major.
a major. Give me 1 second. No.
Have they been in WWE?
Cup of coffee.
They've had a cup of coffee in WWE?
That means a very short period of time.
Okay. Well, that's not a fucking good answer.
They had a cup of coffee. It means they were there long enough to
Okay,
drink.
you're taking my
something
2 minutes.
and-
Shut up. Were they in TNA?
Yes.
Were they? Did they wrestle in the 2000 teens?
Yes.
Did they hold mid card championships?
Yes.
But they weren't world champions. Okay.
No.
Did they compete in an Ultimate X match?
I am certain they did.
Is it Jay Lethal?
No.
Are they black?
No.
Are they white?
Yes.
Do they hail from the United States?
Yes.
Are they a lightweight?
Not heavyweight entirely.
Are they in AEW?
Yes. Final guess.
Hasn't been a world champion, not a heavyweight. I am going to go with Matt Hardy. Not heavyweight. Currently in AEW. Fuck. Oh shit. Swerve Strickland. No, he's not. It's not. He's not white. I already guessed it though.
Incorrect. Correct. Correct. You guessed it. It already gets it incorrect. JLB, your 2 minutes starts now.
Eric Young.
No.
He was never in WCW.
No.
He only
Never
wrestled in teens, right? Cup of coffee for WWE, and he was an Impact. Is he still in Impact?
No.
No. Okay. Does he have long hair?
Currently, no.
Is he bald currently?
No.
No. Okay. And his hair. Does he have any tattoos?
I don't think so.
Okay. Any popular slogans, catchphrases?
Yes.
Yes. No longer wrestling. Coffee. Not EC3 because he's considered a heavyweight. Look horrible now, by the way. Is he currently in any promotion right now?
Yes.
Yes.
I know. Fuck.
Shit. ROH?
No.
AAA?
He was at ROH, but not currently.
Not currently.
I like your shirt, JLB.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's got Bowser and Donkey Kong and Mario. Sorry about your 2 minutes.
The fuck? But where does he wrestle though? You said he's not in WWE. Cup of Coffee's not an Impact. He's not wrestling at the moment. He's retired.
No, he is wrestling at the moment.
Time up.
And
Final
he's
guess.
actually said where he wrestles, where I actually asked the right promotion.
He wrestles in NWA.
Final guess.
Oh my god. We're gonna go with who's that guy?
Right.
Nick.
I think I got it.
I don't know. I'll go with Joey Janela.
Incorrect.
My guess
BFA chance to steal.
is
Ish.
Boom Boom Colt Cabana.
You are incorrect.
Oh, wow.
Fernando, however, got it correct with
Damn
his
it.
first
Frankie
guess.
Kazarian.
I when you asked catchphrase, of course I can't say the catchphrase, but this is
Elite
the worst town I have ever been to. Or
Yeah.
SCU.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, Fernando got it with his first guess. He then made a
Good
couple
job,
other
Fernando.
guesses afterwards because I could not say that he got it
Right.
at the time because you guys were guessing still. He got it about midway through JLB's guessing. So, and JLB,
okay.
you did miss or apparently not remember. DFA had asked if it was AEW, and I said yes.
Shit. Okay.
And when he asked if he's a heavyweight, sort of. He's listed as 210, which is above what we typically call cruiserweight, but not really where we call heavyweight.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't consider him a heavyweight. That's for sure. No.
But he is a 5-time X Division champion, a 3-time TNA Tag Team champion. He won the TNA World Cup of Wrestling. He was the X Division King of the Mountain twice. He also was Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion 3 times with the other members of SCU. And 6-man Tag Team Champion 1 time with the members of SCU. and he spent a cup of coffee in WWE in 2005.
I did not know he'd been in
I did not.
And
Yeah.
and I say cup of coffee. He signed with WWE in February 25th, 2005. Signed down to Ohio Valley Wrestling. Made his WWE television debut during an episode of Velocity on July 16th. Wrestled a few times, picked up victories against Scotty 2 Hotty, Funaki, and Paul London, and then on August 15th announced he'd left the WWE. And so he was there not even a full year.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
I'd love to. I have a person
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, you can do it. I closed my copy of the comments, so I
I'm gonna
cannot
open the
see.
comments so I can respond to them if I need to.
Do you want to do the timer, or do you want me to do the timer?
Oh, shit! I have a timer on my phone.
Apparently, his timer is on turtle time.
Wow, go fuck yourself.
Alrighty.
All right, who's first?
Well, I would think since JLB was all snarky, he should go first.
Sure. Let's go.
Go,
Male or female?
male.
Currently wrestling.
Yes.
Wrestling in WWE.
No.
Wrestling in AEW.
No.
Wrestling in Impact.
Yes. Sometimes.
Okay. White or black? Or white? Is he white? White. Okay.
Yes.
Heavyweight.
Has competed as a heavyweight.
Has competed. Has he been a world champion?
Yes. Define world champion.
Has he been a heavyweight champion, like the most prestigious title
Yes.
in WWE, AEW, or wherever? Okay. Has he been in WCW?
No.
No. Okay. Has he wrestled in the X division?
Yes.
Or he currently wrestles in the X division, I guess. Okay.
No.
No. Okay. Catchphrase? Does he have a
Sort of.
catchphrase? Sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. Is he in any kind of faction?
He has been.
He has been. Okay. Has he been in a faction in WWE?
Yes. That's the has been.
Okay. Was he in the WWE in the early 2000s?
Mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s. Okay. Eric Young.
No.
Okay. Is he taller than 6 feet?
Yes.
Yes.
That's time for your guess.
Shit. It's 2 minutes. Goes by quick. White, currently in Impact. Has wrestled. Let's go with. Let's go with. Mid 2000s. Let's go with these. It's wrong. Bronson Reed.
No. Smarks, are you ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
And go.
Okay. You said not in WCW, correct?
Correct. Not in WCW.
Okay. He was part of a faction, WWE. And he's currently wrestling.
Yes.
Part-time or full-time?
Part-time.
it Tommy Dreamer?
No.
Was he ever in ECW?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. Fuck, I feel like I'm supposed to know this, and I'm totally blanking on it right now.
That was the best clue so far.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said that, I was like, oh, fuck. Currently a hard time. Fuck, I'm totally blanking. I'm trying to go through all the previous clues. Was he the main guy in a faction?
There were two main guys in that faction.
And he was one of them.
Yes, he was one of the two.
Long hair or short hair?
Long hair.
Fuck, I'm totally blanking on. I mean, this game's not for me tonight.
Time.
My brain, James Storm. I know it's not him, but
That is not it. No.
okay.
Okay, you get one shot at stealing, and then I'll give you clues because even Fernando has not guessed anything yet.
Okay, I was gonna say Sabu, which is not, because I don't even think he's wrestling anymore.
No, it is not Sabu.
Okay.
So first clue, he was an ECW champion.
Okay.
And he currently has long hair?
Currently has long hair. Next clue, he was an Impact World Champion.
Okay.
His factions were tag teams
Got a
with
guess?
other people involved. Yeah, go ahead.
Rob Van Dam?
That is the same guess Fernando gave, which is incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. He's not wrestling there.
Big clue coming. His gimmick was very similar to Seth Rollins at the same time as Seth Rollins.
Ah, fuck, I know it. I'm going to give JLB one shot.
Seth Rollins, the same time as Seth Rollins. Same time as Seth Rollins. So then...
I know who it is, and as soon as I figured out who it was,
I don't watch Impact
it
enough
makes,
to fucking
it makes
know.
total sense for DA Fabe to be. As soon as I thought of it.
Just do it. Just fucking say it.
Well, he goes by many names. He goes by Johnny Impact, or Johnny Nitro, or John Morrison. But his real name is John Hennigan.
Half a point to Smarks. First person to get on the board is the half point Smarks.
Fair
Fernando's still winning.
Fernando kicking ass, as
All right.
always.
Who wants to take the guesses first?
You're relatively new at this. Do you want the easy question time asking or the easy answer time receiving?
I have a guess. You guys have to fucking
Okay, so JLB wants to host one. Okay.
host one.
No, that's what I'm asking is Smarks, do you want the, because it's easier to come up with questions as the first person,
Since
and it's easier to guess as the second person.
Since you went first one time, he went first with me. I'll go first here, and then we'll go from there. So, JLB, you doing the timer? You want me to do the timer?
You do the timer, please.
Okay.
I feel like you might be biased, though. Hold on, let me do the timer.
I'll also bring up a timer.
We could all do the
Yeah, we
timer. I need to figure out a way to put a timer up on screen. That's going to be something.
great.
Okay.
It's not like there isn't. Holy shit.
Well, there's the little live timer up at the top, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna get like a remote control clock, put it back there,
Oh, there you go.
and I can go boop. Anyways,
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready now.
Okay, go.
Male or female?
Male.
Currently active?
No. No.
Okay. Active recently?
Yes.
WWE?
Active recently in WWE?
Yes.
What's your question? No.
No. Active recently in AEW?
No.
Active recently in TNA or Impact?
He was most recently active in TNA. Yes. Impact.
Did he wrestle in WCW?
Yes.
Did he wrestle in Attitude Era WWE?
No.
Most recently in Impact. Long hair?
At one time, generally short.
Generally short. Was he in a tag team?
No.
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 No. Active in the 2000s.
Yes.
Former world champion at any promotion.
Yes.
It's your time.
World champion. Generally short. I'm gonna say Christopher Daniels. No, that's not right because he's in AEW now. So, but that's fine. That's
No.
my guess. Okay.
Incorrect. Okay. Fabe, go now.
World champion in TNA.
No.
World champion in WCW.
Yes.
Most recently on. Oh shit. Long hair, short hair.
Short hair. He was mostly short haired.
Was he in WWE at all?
In WWE? Yes.
Yes. Did he wrestle in the 80s as well?
Yes.
Is it Ric Flair?
Woo! Yeah.
Okay.
Those multi-generationals are tough. And
Yeah,
most
and the
recently he
thing
was
is,
not on
most-
Impact.
Yeah.
Most recently he was on nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's
a-
most recent out of the ones. Like, he's never going to say, was you in Ric Flair's last match? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the most recent,
Promotion
that's why it was kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
was Impact.
In fairness, my first guess, if it made it to guest phase, was going to be Jeff Jarrett, which has a connection there. Most recent in a wrestling role was indeed Impact.
Right.
But
Well,
okay.
because I mean, Ric Flair wrestled. I mean, it was still ages ago, but I think Ric Flair even wrestled after the Mick Foley match he did in 2010, 2011 for Impact. and I think he did a few other matches. So that's why I was trying to think. I'm like, he definitely didn't do anything in WWE. Obviously, nothing in WCW. So I wasn't counting Ric Flair's last match because you would have never had made that a guess unless you knew the person. So yeah, that's why I was kind of iffy on like most recently in Impact because it's technically true.
Yeah, that's fair. In terms of a promotion, that's fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, do we want to do one more? Give JLB a chance to tie it up and have some.
Yeah, he can either tie me or tie you. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I got to turn off the comments. I wanted to see what Fernando thought. And Booker T was a good option there.
Yes. The only reason I
Yep.
didn't guess Booker T is I asked, was he in a tag team? And that was my probing question to. I don't think I asked whether
And
it
tag
was
team,
quite-
like I'm like, fuck, he was in the Four Horsemen though. He technically tagged, but he wasn't necessarily a tag team.
And
So I was like,
Batista.
yeah.
But my that was my probing question because Booker T was an option and Scott Steiner was an option at that point in my mind.
Right. Yeah.
Steiner's most recently actually been on NWA, though. And I don't know if that's a major or not.
Yeah. Well, that is a debate for us to have. So, okay, who wants to go first for this one?
I'll let you decide since you're the one who's trying to make up the points.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, JLB, your 2 minutes starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
Heavyweight
Yes.
in WWE right now?
No.
In AEW right now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Has he been AEW champion?
No.
No. Has he been WWE champion?
Yes.
He's been WWE champion. Okay. Long hair, short hair?
Now short, but was known for long through large portions of his career.
Was he a Christian?
No.
Been WWE champion, which Christian has been. Okay, was he ever in WCW
Yes.
as well? Big Show?
Gets it. He gets it.
Ties
he ties it
up with me. Wow.
Wow.
That's kind of an easy
I-
one.
Well, I tried not to give it away.
I'm kind of an idiot, but
When
it
you
was
said,
kind
"Is
of an
he a
easy one.
heavyweight?" and I said yes, and then I realized that I did the whole wide-eyed thing when I said it because
I call shenanigans.
there's
I couldn't see it from that far. I didn't
Fernando
realize he
hasn't
moved
even
his...
guessed yet. He's the best person at this.
But it is interesting. He is one of the few who has been WCW, WWF, and ECW world champion. So all he needs to do is have a run with the AEW world champion, and he'll have the four-way. What's the four-way version of trifecta? I don't know.
The quadfecta?
Yeah, something like that.
No, that's what Triple H did to his quad ages ago. Got a quad fucked it. Quad fucked it. Bam. Okay, let's end this. I'm tired.
Okay.
Nice
Yes.
tie.
Well, on that note, we are going to start to wrap things up for the Fantasy Booking Institute. To remind people,
Fernando.
we will be soon.
It's free.
It's not gonna happen tonight. There's some stuff that I need to jump through. Some
We
hoops
got to
I
do
need
some
jump
watch
through.
alongs anyways.
Stuff like that. But we will be going to Twitch exclusive here in the near future. And so twitch.tv/Raw and Order WBU. Go there and follow it there free. Free to
Comment
follow.
right there on Facebook for you to follow it to.
Yes.
Only on
And
Twitch. Do not follow me in real life. Only on Twitch. You can feel free to follow.
I think
DM us on Facebook so we can send you the thing we told you we would send in that comment.
Yes. Only
Once
once you
you
follow.
signed up.
Sign up, follow, DM us, and tell us what your Twitch username is so that we can know it's you.
Dun dun dun.
But yes, we need to get you over onto Twitch because it's way more fun. We had lots of other commenters on Twitch tonight, and so you could have been having a fun back and forth
Seeing
with
all
them
sorts of
as you
fun
talk.
stuff.
But yes, we're going to be moving to Twitch exclusive as a Twitch affiliate here soon. At which point, we will still occasionally probably do Facebook Lives, things like that. In fact, it might end up being one of those kind of flip things where until now we've been doing some Twitch exclusive streams and then other streams on everything else. Now we might do exclusively on Twitch and then occasionally a Facebook Live exclusive. Things like that. But make sure to follow us on Twitch. That's where to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're going to be doing most of the large bulk of our streaming from now on.
And Facebook won't pay us.
Yes, Facebook won't throw us the dollar bills.
I mean, they have a partner program.
Y'all.
It's a whole thing.
And Twitch will throw us some cents.
Some sense.
Yeah.
Some knowledge nuggets. Yep.
But yes, get over there on
Knowledge
Twitch. That's the way to do it. Join the party. But on
Join
that
it.
note, make sure to follow us on all of the social medias. You can follow me at Raw and Order WBU, just like it says right down there. That's
It's
on
amazing how we always get confused with that stuff.
pretty much all of the social media. Yeah, every time I do it, I'm like, I gotta remind myself it's this hand here, because on my screen, if I'm pointing to it on my screen, it's over here. But that's not where it shows up to you guys. It's over here.
I am guessing where mine's going to land right now.
Well, we'll find out. At Raw and Order WBU, except on Facebook where it's at Pissant Podcast. But make sure to go to Twitch. That's the big one to do. You can follow me there. You can follow D.A. Fabe at...
D.A. Vincent K.
Close. You're
well
pretty
done.
close. You're pretty close.
D.A. Vincent K. And that's on Twitter only. My personal stuff stays my personal stuff, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I don't really let you guys see where I'm at everywhere else.
Yeah. Although you're going to see a lot of him in the Braun Panties match.
Yeah.
Maybe even
You're
this.
more than you want.
You can also follow JLB.
You can follow me. Damn, no, that doesn't work for me still. And I do have freaking 2 podcasts for this shit. You can follow me at twitch.tv/JLBTLC25, where I stream games. I play games. I talk shit to Ambrosia because she sucks at them. And we have a good time. We have a great chemistry. It's a good time. But also, if you want news, music, entertainment, all that fun little stuff, anchor.fm/RTR, where we just talk about what's going on in the world, what's good, what good movies are out, what movies you should just pass on, what music you should just don't even bother listening to, all that fun little stuff. I do those kind of things. Anchor.fm/RTR. Links are down below in the doobly-doos, and the link tree is there too, so you can see all of them there. Make your life a little easier. And we did it, guys. We're affiliated. Whoop!
Soon affiliated. I mean, you're going to be affiliated first on your channel because you've already started the process. I wanted to get some bookkeeping done on this one first. And then, like I said, I'm planning on getting a new computer here within the next week or so that will drastically improve my stream capabilities and ability to do fun stuff. So that's on the docket. But anyways, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform, specifically Twitch. But if you do the audio version, whatever platform you use for that, do it. Share this with your friends. Click share stream. You can do it on Twitch, and you can share it with friends so that they can see it there. But
You can't see us. You see it down there.
you can support us by visiting the link tree, which takes you to like our merch store where you can get the Pissant Podcast shirt, hat, whatever, the Raw and Order t-shirts, the autographed t-shirt behind you, all of the stuff that we have on our merch store. Make sure to head on over there to see it and support us that way. But on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and close the book on the Fantasy Booking Institute. Thank you all for listening. We will see you soon.
Buy merch.
Affiliated motherfuckers.